And we are back in Forza Horizon 5 in the Hot Wheels Park. Excuse the annoying wow noise of the magnet track. We're hoping to do the seasonal championship for the Hot Wheels content. Unfortunately, a lot of the time, it's a lot more difficult, it feels, to actually get ahead. We've eschewed the idea of even using the Hot Wheels cars specifically for a lot of this stuff because we found that it's not actually that great. Speed boosters are fun, except that everyone else gets the same benefit from them. Don't look down. So we pulled out our old Aston Martin, and we're hoping that, well, it's set up pretty well for handling. Maybe we'll get the jump on some of these guys on the corners. Seems to be the case. There we go, that helps. Bit sloppy to begin with, as they all braked evilly. But we got there in the end. Now we just need to hold our position. A lot of the Hot Wheels stuff is very favoured towards just high-speed sections. Zoom. Exhibit A and B. Say hello to the dragon. We've got 2 laps of this. Ooh, okay, I honestly thought that it was with that camber we were going to be allowed to go around that a lot faster than we were. At least we didn't slow down too much by hitting the wall. Right, a sharp 90 degree. You don't always get the best braking on some of these surfaces. Now this one we don't need to worry too much about turning for, because the track turns for us. The Hot Wheels idea is quite fun, I have to say, even though it is a bit mentally breaking at times. And yeah, I do find it... sometimes it's tricky just to get ahead. Like, there's a lot of just high-speed sections, you just gotta hope that your car is as fast as everyone else's car. And then they'll throw a real tight corner at you, just to keep you on your toes. Or just one that's just tight enough to be a problem. The idea is not to show every part of every race for these. We're going to make our way through it steadily. I'll put together some highlights, then show off the PR stunts that we'll be doing with the Audi TT that we win from doing all of this. Boom! Final loop of the loop for the finish. We've managed to hold our position. And across the line. Race number 2, and we've got water slides this time, that's right. Apparently Hot Wheels has water slides. Sploosh down the flume. Now when we were doing this in the actual Hot Wheels content, we found that the computers didn't really handle the flume stuff very well. It does kind of accelerate you a bit while you're in it, but it does make you handle a little bit awkwardly. And they didn't seem to like it very much. Can't say I liked it all that much either, but I found it a little bit easy to deal with. So once again, we've got 2 laps. The laps are reasonably long in these. They tend to be more around like the 2-minute mark a lot of the time. Okay, now we've got boost to get up the hill. It's kind of structured like a theme park. And then we're on to the next flume section soon, I believe. Hopefully we can catch up to the next batch of drivers. Okay, so they're going around the water. I'm fairly sure it's faster to go in it, but with the caveat that it's harder to handle while you're in it. But it kind of gives you an acceleration boost. I'll take that. A couple of Porsches up here dominating. Oh, that's a Mercedes, actually. Last race it was 2 Porsches that won. Well, that came second and third. I won. So yeah, staying in the flume the whole time definitely helps us. Crunch. it is a weird thing in terms of a lot of the Hot Wheels races, that the difference of track textures that you're going between. You've got the water, you've got ice, you've got rumble strips, you've got the magnets, and then you've got the normal track itself, with some corners being evenly cambered, going through corkscrews and all sorts of things. And it's just a lot. It's a lot to have to take into account. Ugh. So you kind of never know without practicing the track what you're going to have to do for any given corner. Do I brake? Does it just help me around? We get a bit of a practice with the first lap, and now we hope that we can just kind of run away with it. Take advantage of the places where we were catching up to just get ahead now. Starting to realize that if I do manage to take a lower line on some of those tight corners, it does sling me around a lot better. But if you happen to run wide, the higher up the track you go, the more you get punished. So that's an interesting point. Makes it all the harder when you're just getting started in a race and you have all of the other players in the way, and you're not able to take the good lines. Yeah, but that one we still need to brake a fair amount. We have definitely solidified our lead, and that puts us in a good position, as always, for the final race. Race number 3, and I think we pretty much only need to get, like, 3rd normally, but I think even 4th maybe, based on how the other drivers have come in the championship so far, in terms of what the points are. We always get stuck. I hate starting from the back. Always get stuck behind people. At least we've got 2 laps. They are definitely longer laps than this. I guess it's tempered by the fact that, yeah, the long laps, but we're only doing 2 standard championships in the main game area are usually 3 laps. So I guess it works out that you're spending about 4 and a bit minutes in the race regardless. We are not doing brilliantly at the moment. We do need to be better. Oh, that I don't think was called for. Into the half pipe. I don't quite understand the point of, to be honest. Am I supposed to ride the wall? I feel that's not good for me. I guess maybe it lets me take more speed through these corners though. Not sure. It seemed to work out for me and I'm not entirely sure why. But I'll take it. And back around, literally do a loop back around it looks like. Just going through this tangle in the middle of the map. I think, yeah, we're underneath the nexus in the middle of the map, I think, at that point. And then around the corkscrew. Ideally want to get lower on the track on that part in order to carry a bit more speed. And down to the finish, so we've got to tidy up our act if we want to win. But we can at least be fairly confident that we don't have to literally win, because I think we've got the championship in the bag anyway. Okay, one last chance through the half pipe to catch up, but I think part of my problem with this car specifically, I think, might be that it's nimble, set up to be more maneuverable. Top speed, not its forte, because I'm struggling to catch up to this guy here on the high speed sequence, especially when there's boosts involved. So I think we're going to have to settle for second, but that's fine. Sometimes you're just outclassed, and this is a very high-speed focused track, unfortunately. Yeah, we're just capped out at this, like, 290. Which, I mean, he's not pulling away, but we're not getting closer. So I think our top speeds are very similar. And our cornering prowess is extremely similar because we got hung up behind everyone to start with. He runs away with it. Respect. He can take it. We should be good for the championship. Yeah, so we actually had a faster best lap by over half a second, but that just couldn't make up for the time we lost from starting at the back. Right, now we're in our Audi TT, but we have made a few changes. Well, I haven't. I've let someone else make them for me. I searched for A-Class top speed and found one that has top speed apparently of 400 and something kilometers an hour. This is important because the PR stunt requires 350, well over normal top speed of this car. But we are going to smash that. Just like that. If in doubt, let someone else do the tune for you. It was just called PR Stunts Every or something, I think. And yeah, I searched for it using A-Class top speed, and well, it just worked fine. So that is us done for Hot Wheels for now. On to the rally content. And here we are in the rally adventure Badlands. Last time, I snuck in a little highlight from this content because I actually found it to be some of the funnest in terms of the races. Helped that we were able to pull out our old Lancia Delta. In this, we're in another old favourite, in our VW Corrado. It's all about C-Class hot hatchbacks. So it will take a while to do the races because it's slow cars, but they are fun, I think anyway. Each to their own. I mean, hypercars are great, but I just got a bit of a soft spot for a fun old hot hatch. Feels like you contribute a lot more to the equation than just the fast car doing its thing. This one's got all-wheel drive, which helps a little bit in terms of acceleration out of the corners. And obviously it's had some other improvements. Exhibit A, the giant wing on the back. So it's pretty good for handling overall. Top speed, probably not its strong suit. And apparently neither is staying on a bridge. Hey, barrel roll. But we don't get to bank the skill. What are we saying about handling? Yeah, well, it's all well and good until you overdo it, right? That wasn't a very good corner. There we go. Dab the brakes. That helps. What was I saying? Top speed, probably not its strong suit, but not likely to be relevant here anyway. We can just cut across a lot of this. A lot of the Badlands content seems to heavily encourage taking shortcuts anyway. Very twisty up here. It would be so fun if there just wasn't a checkpoint between like up here and the switchbacks all the way down the bottom. So you could just be brave and just jump off the edge. That would be fun. There's an idea for a custom race. That's the sort of thing I have done before in terms of my own custom inventions in this game. Maybe not this one, maybe 4. I can't remember which I did it in, but I did it in a few of them where I was making some custom tracks. And I would just make sure that the checkpoints were constructively situated where the computer players would follow a certain line, but you could just cut an entire corner. Just to make it a little bit easier to win. Which then they've been pretty much legitimized in some ways in the Mexican wrestler style content. I forget exactly the name of the story mode that you do it in, but it's basically like car wrestling. And at least half of the matches in that feature some form of shortcut that you get an accolade for taking. So it is encouraged. Try not to get distracted by the view through here. otherwise I'm going to end up in a cactus. Right, last set of corners, and that will be this race out of the way. Once again, slightly longer content I feel than in the base game. But then it's hard to tell when you're in C-class cars. But still, it feels like close to 4 minutes for a sprint. It's a little bit longer. I feel more like 3 would be average for the base game. That's fun. Still fun. And the old V-dub has still got it. The other reason I like the Badlands content more than the Hot Wheels content, we don't start in dead last. We're still in 8th, which is the same as in the base game. But I mean, that's an improvement over 12th, so I'll take it. And we've got an interesting sprint race here that, the interesting part to me is I saw that it actually finishes pretty much at exactly the same spot on the map as the last one finished, which made me feel that it's a bit backwards. Like, it would be nice if this race picked up from where the last race left off. Why do we have 2 races finishing at the same point? Chain them together, that's a more fun idea. And I wouldn't have had to fast travel to get here. Most of the other cars in this class are just front-wheel drive. I know a hallmark of a hot hatch is a front-wheel drive. I suspect I modified this one to make it all-wheel drive, and I'm glad that I did. I had no shame in doing so. So what if a hot hatch is traditionally front-wheel drive? You know what? I prefer a hotter hatch with 4 wheels of grip. A little bit too much grip sometimes, but you get understeer and front-wheel drive as well, so... You notice a lot more of a difference when you go from a rear wheel to an all-wheel configuration, because all of a sudden the tail doesn't hang itself out so much. And racing through the town, past the old church. Oh, and overcook it. And up on the hill in front of us, we can see where we raced down last track. As we come up to meet up to the same finish line. I guess it kind of helps in terms of the staging of the festival in general that you have the finish lines at the same place, but I still feel that it would have been better for this to be the starting line. Because yeah, to the left, this road up here, that's where the other one joined on, I think. Oh. Reuse some assets. Final race, and, well, this one doesn't finish at the same place, but it starts almost at the finish of the previous one, just outside of town, and then loops back around to go back south again. They did have to reuse a lot of track space for the races in this, I appreciate that. I do still feel that they could have strung them together a bit better. Nothing else, it feels like it makes more sense to have either the start or the finish in town. I feel the start would have made more sense to just start in the town. Okay, yep, I could see that happening. Be thankful for rewinding. Hard on the brakes, too hard. Okay, that was still rubbish. Bit less rubbish because I didn't fall off the bridge. We'll just go from there. That's fine. We'll take that one on the chin as being our own fault. We'll cut the corner through here at least. Too much monologuing, not enough paying attention to the road. But yeah, I feel it would have been reasonable just to pull the start line of this just back a couple 100 meters to be in the middle of town instead. More of a spectator sport that way. No matter. Now going through pretty much the Tatooine canyons. Mind out for Tusken Raiders, I would suggest. Now this is pod racing. Now once again we get to look across at where we've been before, and down in the valley is where we just were, so yeah, a lot of reuse of track space. It is a lot more of a compact DLC in that regard, as opposed to the extended spaghetti of the Hot Wheels area. I kind of prefer this more organic layout. Maybe they just added in a few too many races, really. Yeah, there could have been more exploration content. There was a decent amount anyway in terms of collectibles to discover for each of the 3 teams that you kind of represent, vying for supremacy in the Badlands. A little bit more of a aspect of that would be good. Or more like story mode within, as opposed to just race content. I don't think there was like a story added to it. Like, at least with the Hot Wheels, there was the history story element, which was quite fun. I don't think I had that in this. I mean, the main hallmark of this DLC specifically was the rally style, where you actually had a time trial format, and you had the rally race directions called out to you from one of the kind of leaders sitting in a helicopter. And yet when we come to do the festival playlist, we don't get that. We're just doing straight racing instead of time trial. Feels a little bit backwards. I feel that we should be doing the time trial format for these races. Never mind. Alright, and the hot seat complete, and we now have the aerial Nomad that we won, or more accurately, here's the one we prepared earlier. Once again, it's tuned up with off-road tyres, and the top of the A range instead of pretty much the bottom. And we've got a danger sign to do. We need to hit 275 meters, I believe. So maybe we hit that at a weird angle, but no, not quite. Let's just rewind and do that again once more with a little bit more accuracy. It's hard because as you break through the fence here, you do skid quite a bit. So let's take back from here, line it up a bit more to the left, and this way. That's a bit more promising, I think. Maybe? Ooh, just enough. I will take it. Okay, apparently I've got 10 minutes to earn 1 star at all of the danger signs, presumably without fast travel. So, alright. Challenge accepted. Where's the nearest next danger sign from here? Here. 10 minutes feels like a long time. This is not a huge map. This also isn't the fastest car to be doing it, but so long as we get at least the 1 star per thing, I mean, that feels doable. Well, obviously it's doable, it wouldn't be achieved otherwise. It feels like we should be able to do this right now, fairly easily. That's got to be 1 star, right? Yep, okay, tick. So Dunes danger sign is ticked off. Ooh, we're in the rocks. We don't want to be here, because again, we can't fast travel for this to be valid. I'm fairly sure that would be cheating. So where's the next one? Somewhere to the north, I'm sure. Quickly. We're right up here. Let's go to the furthest one away, actually, and also let's actually just quickly. Oh, it's Raptor's PR stunts, I think. Yes. Okay. That makes it a bit easier to see just those, I feel. Here's a lesson if you are wanting to do this accolade or quest or whatever it is. Uh-oh. You hit the dam. Oh no. If you're wanting to do this yourself, don't do what I'm doing, where we just happen to go from whichever one we just did. Lovely flip there. Start at the furthest one away. I mean, start or finish, but I feel if you start at the one furthest north, then you'll be facing the right way, because we're going to be coming back down again. So you do that first, and then just string together a few from that direction. Also, don't just do it in this vehicle because it just happens to be what I was in at the time, because crashing through the undergrowth, especially some of the larger trees, this isn't the best at dealing with it. It was actually quite slow through some of those. Yeah, we don't have the ability to get a good run up pretty much. We just gotta hope that we can get that 1 star. Generally 1 star is pretty short. Okay, it just said failed. Because, okay, now is rewind going to fail things for me? I hope not. It should just count towards my time. It seems to fail because I clipped a tree. Now that is rude. Okay, that one worked even though I also hit a tree. Go figure. Let's go to the map. Take the time to get the next run up sorted. So we've done that, done that. We need to do this. Oh, we've got to come in it from that direction? That's ugly. Okay. We want to go just due south. Cross country. We are not following our GPS. We are going this way. We cannot take the time to go the way we're supposed to. Right, that's got us on the right track. Sort of. Ooh, okay, it's actually just across some dirt here. Okay. I'll take it. Ah, I see. Right. Let's see if we can make the... presumably canyon danger sign, not canyon snap. Whee! Okay, we've got to make the jump. Alright, jump made. Good. Ooh, okay, it gave us the 1 star. And now the next one... we've got to follow all of the switchbacks, don't we? Yeah, we're really not gaining any time versus just staying on the road where we should have, but we can hit a few more pinatas, why not? why did I think this was going to be better than just staying on the road? Honestly, I forgot that there was just hills in the way that stops me. Yeah, I've got to get all the way up there, so I have to follow them. Well, okay, maybe I don't. Maybe I can go this way. I've got like 4 minutes, this is fine. Oh, we can also take this shortcut here. I was about to actually follow the road, but we know a better way. And basically we end up back at the festival base, I think. Whee! Down towards the crater. Crunch. There we go. 1 star from all danger signs within 10 minutes. Fantastic. Oh, the crowd loves it, so that's good. Let's go back to Mexico. Right, and with that, we have finished off all of the seasonal objectives once again. All the way back through. A sea of gold, 75 out of 75. That's winter, autumn, summer, done. Series 229 out of 300. All the rewards, we're just looking to clean sweep this thing. We have 1 more season to go. Apparently we're winning a thing this time around. Okay, hard to find and yet common. Okay, I'll leave that. I'm not sure I quite agree how that works, but never mind. Owning and driving a 190E, I'm gonna guess we win that from something, hopefully. Maybe not. No, apparently not. Okay, that's one you're just gonna have to own unless it's purchasable from the Forza on shop. We won't know until next week, but it's a fairly common car, hopefully not too expensive. But for now, that will do for this week. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.